God damn it.
I mean, do you think everyone's gonna play Pyramid Head when it comes out?
Oh, they definitely are. I know I am.
Yeah, see what else about Torna. Oh yeah, Torna's battle system is different from Xenoblade 2, where you're now able actually to take control of the blades. It's essentially it's a case of think of it as you can think of it more akin to a tag team fighting game.
Oh.
And it controls way better. It also highlights why weren't the blades doing that in Xenoblade 2. Because the blades just stand there in Xenoblade 2. Not only is that, there's also the logic that the game pulls with Xenoblade. In Xenoblade 2, they mention how blades can use their own weapon, but it's not as strong as if it's not as strong as if a driver using it, right? So Pyra and Mithra can use their own weapon, but it's much better if a driver uses it.
Yeah.
Torna explains the reason people came to this conclusion was because the main character of Torna, Laura, was effing broke. Her and her blade, will in their fighting styles, toss the one sword back and forth between each other, and they go, "How'd you come with that technique? We're broke. We couldn't afford two swords." And that's the reason these people decide to start actually using their blades' weapons, and realize, hey, it's a lot more powerful than we anticipated.
Save money.
What else? See, the combat system is just better. Though it still has issues where where bosses can just immediately destroy you when they feel like it. You can go from full HP to dead in some boss fights. Let's see what else. Oh yeah, now, when you get driver lock, you can swap out to your blade and keep fighting rather than doing nothing. People hated that. People hated that for some reason. Another thing, people also didn't like the fact that Torna removes the core crystal system because they loved their freaking gacha mechanic. What's wrong with you people? Other people complained about. It seems like Torna has too few characters. It has 9 fully playable characters. The hell you mean too few? The hell you mean too few?
Too few, man. You gotta bring a whole squad like this game does.
Let's see what else. Freaking. You gotta fear sure you can stand a chance. Why are they called Boney?
Because they couldn't think of a better name.
The skeletons.
Let's see what else.
Never forget the other enemies from the previous maps. Death. D-E-T-H.
And I don't know something else. Because Torna is a standalone thing, it's filled with padding. You can't progress the story unless you do a certain number of side quests.
Oh, they took the Ubisoft approach.
And people once again defend this because I swear to God, they'll defend anything. If they didn't force you to do side quests, then the game would be too short. Almost as if the main plot of Torna is effing short. Padding it out by forcing you to do side quests does not suddenly make a longer experience. It's wasting your effing time.
Oh, how long is it? actually.
Let me go double check.
More than 10 hours?
Yeah, at least that. So yeah, the average length for the main story is 17 and a half hours. I'm gonna count at least 5 hours of that as you being forced to do side quests.
Huh.
It's because of the fact that since Torna is not only a prequel, but it's a prequel event where you know bad things are gonna happen. They want you to feel bad, so they make you do side quests so you feel bad when Torna gets obliterated. It's like, I don't care. Forcing me to do it will make me care or make me pissed off. Not only that, in order to do every side quest in Torna, you have to defeat all 4 super bosses. And can you guess it? Super bosses aren't fun.
Huh.
So that's great. Also, final boss fight is also not fun. They take away one of your main method of dealing damage and turn it into a cutscene button. I wish I was kidding.
Gotta be cinematic.
Yeah, they want to be cinematic. So instead of using a chain attack, you fill up your party gauge while the boss has his own party gauge in order to initiate cutscene. Not only that, they turn the final boss into a damage sponge, so you can't kill. They mostly want to make it impossible for you to be able to kill the final boss before you see all the cutscenes. They're like, we made these cutscenes. You will watch them. It's like, I don't care. And the worst part is the final boss of Torna is even the final boss. It's a fight one more boss afterwards. What else? Yeah, Torna's way better experience than Xenoblade 2. I give it like a 7 out of 10, while I give Xenoblade 2 like a 4 out of 10. I just don't get the people who are like Xenoblade 2 is one of the best it's the best JRPG on Switch. It's like, how about playing a good one to get back to me? You play an actual good JRPG, but you don't for some reason. Because I'm too attached to my waifus. I'm too attached to my to my constant F up boy Rex. Oh yeah, here's a question I gotta ask you guys. If a child character in a story does something stupid, are you allowed to hate them for it?
1000%. 1,000%.
Andy?
Yeah.
Fuck him.
What do you say?
Yeah.
I'm now seeing more and more people be like, why do people hate this child character in an X or Y story? You never made a mistake as a child? I didn't make a mistake that was this big, I'll tell you that much.
Just almost end the world, but it's okay, he's a kid.
Fucking
Pretty
piece
much.
of shit, Gabe.
Pretty much. I've seen a whole lot of, yeah, you want to end the world, but they're a child, so it's not allowed to get past. Like, literally, people say Rex is allowed to make 5 billion F-ups because he's only 15, guys.
Idiot.
Or how it's not fair to compare Shulk and Rex because Shulk's 18. Like, just being 18 doesn't suddenly make him a smart person. Especially since Shulk also does dumb stuff too, but he learns from it. Unlike Rex. So many stories of But they're just a child.
Fuck off.
Like, freaking Andy, you went to P3 Fest the answer, right?
Hmm?
You went to P3 the answer in P3 Fest, right?
Yeah.
You know how Yukari tries to make a decision that could literally end the world because she wants some dick?
Oh.
Oh yeah, all the way at the end.
Yeah, people defend her, going, "Have you never done stupid stuff as a child? I never nearly let the world end because I wanted to go at it one last time."
Ah, Yukari, holy shit.
She is willing to risk all living creatures on Earth because she wants to freaking see the MC again. And
I mean, hey, maybe it's just that good, you know?
Not at the cost of any of the freaking world.
Can I just say, I think it was bullshit when you fight your own teammates. They're good.
They're stronger than you.
Yeah, they immunities and everything. Where was that earlier in the game?
Not only that, but if you use a freaking like physical and magic barriers, they suddenly start spamming Megidolan.
Fuck.
Like, yeah, I tried that against Yukari Mitsuru, and they start spamming Megidolan. And it's like, you guys don't even get that spell. That reminds me, Mitsuru also learns physical spells for that fight, and she's not a physical person whatsoever. They had to make a new animation for Artemisia for the physical attacks. But yeah, Annie, do you believe that you can blame that child character can be held accountable for their actions if they make such huge issues?
Whoa.
Can a child character be blamed for the stupid things they do?
Yeah, 100%.
Like, is their age a shield?
Nope. Not at all.
Like, let's keep hearing about Rex. What they really talk about Rex is that people will use Rex being 15 as a shield, but if Rex does something good, suddenly, that's no boy, that's a man. Like, oh, now it's a man when he does something good. When he F's up, he's just a boy. Why are you hating on him?
Hypocrite alert.
Like, this entire sequence at the end of Xenoblade 2, where Rex is being shown these illusions of his friends, and they're all chewing him out for every mistake he made, and they're asking him, what are you gonna do to accept responsibility? Every single time he runs, because he has nothing to say. He never takes responsibility for anything. Bro, he's 15. Expect a 15-year-old to be able to take responsibility? Yes. Yes, I do. I expect a 15-year-old with a professional job to be able to take responsibility. Yes. When you take on the task of trying to save the world, you best be able to handle the responsibility that comes with it. Ain't nobody go, well, little Timmy, we're all gonna effing die, but you know what? You're only like 12, so can we blame you? The answer is yes. You took this quest, you said yes. If you didn't want to do it, you think you couldn't handle it, give it to somebody else. Literally, one of the illusions of his friends is literally yelling at him. Literally freaking yelling at him, give the Aegis to a real man.
Is he wrong, though?
He's not. That's the first part, he's not. And people defend it, being like, why are the illusions being so mean? He's just a boy. He's a boy risking everyone's lives. He's a boy risking everyone's freaking lives. Granted, does he have a personal stake in this? Yes. But it's the fact that you have to be responsible, you have to take responsibility for your actions. Literally everyone in the party except for Rex is an adult. And nobody else takes. They take responsibility for their actions, but Rex, nah.
I just can't. He's just a kid.
Like, literally everyone else in the party is an adult except for Rex. Let's get something to in a nutshell. And he never learns. He never learns. He never learns. And that's why I hate Rex so much, and he's given these extra powers.
It just keeps spoon feeding the boy, huh?
He gets called the Master Driver for no reason. For no reason, he becomes a Master Driver. What the Master Driver can do? Master Driver can use any blade, even if the blade is bound to somebody else. He can literally go over to his party members and go, "Hey Zeke, you and Pandoria have been together for a long time, right? She's mine now. Go away.
Give me
She's
that
mine now.
shit.
Go away." Pretty much. That's what's so free about Rex. Never learns. He always makes the same mistakes. And for some reason, he's treated as if he learned something and became a bigger person, but he didn't. Cosmo, how does the time for this?
You know, she just gotta ask.
Where will I go when I die?
I like her eyes went from red to blue, then back to red.
Rex sucks. Like, there's a sequence where Rex makes an impromptu plan to stop Morag and Bridget from coming after him at the cost of destroying a water tower. And then later you come back, you see people being like, "What happened to our water tower? Who could do this?" That boy just goes, "Everybody keep moving, keep moving. We saw nothing. We saw nothing. We saw nothing." There's a side quest where you're helping this old man who has this weird alien-looking blade. Don't know what happens at the end of the side quest. The old man has a heart attack and dies.
What?
The old man has a heart attack and dies.
Oh.
You know what Rex decides to do? Go in the kitchen where the blade was, take her core crystal, and walk away like he saw nothing.
Oh.
I'm gonna take your blade after you literally croaked. I won't tell your grandchildren who I know where they live. I won't tell them. I'm gonna just keep on walking. I'm gonna just keep on walking.
Just give me that shit. Or I didn't see anything.
I didn't see anything. All I saw was a core crystal on the floor of the table. Another issue I have with Xenoblade 2. The constant shift in art styles. Xenoblade 2 had many guest artists. Xenoblade 2 had a bunch of guest artists, right?
Yeah.
And so because of that, it's gonna be drastic change in designs. But it's your job to make those designs fit in with the game's world. They don't. Rex and friends look different from the villains, and they also look different from the game's environment, and they also look different from each and every rare blade. None of them look cohesive in the slightest. Now, the excuse they give is that a blade's design is supposed to be chosen by the person who activates them. The very first person who activates them, mind you. Problem is, We never see an example of this. See, as every blade you come across already had their design be made by somebody else. Not only that, it's the idea that the blade and driver are supposed to be very connected to the point where the driver's emotions can go into the blade. We see no example of this aside from the main villain and nobody else. It's like, really? Really? Like, back to the old man. Imagine taking a blade and walking away. Imagine awakening this blade and them asking you, so what happened? So what? Do you know anything what happened to my previous owner? And then telling them, he died of a heart attack. What? He was really old. He died of a heart attack, and we kind of just took you and walked away.
Yeah, no, he's dead now.
What?
Yeah, just your owner's dead now. Don't ask about it.
This is so stupid. It's just so stupid. So dumb. Like, all these blades do not make cohesive sense. There's all freaking a hodgepodge of stuff, and now God save again. Dang it. But yeah, freaking none of the stuff is cohesive. None of it's cohesive. They all stand out. Like so much of the villains. The two of the main villains were designed by Tetsuya Nomura. So many characters have so many different designers, and they literally don't. That reminds me. In the DLC, you have this character named Adam, who was a previous driver for Mithra, right?
Yeah.
In the main game, he's covered in a freaking like cloak. They did not make a design for that guy when the game came out.
Oh. Just mysterious man.
Like, they left him in a cloak because they didn't draw what he looked like yet. Because you see that cutscene again in Torna, and he's not wearing a cloak. They did not figure out what he was supposed to look like in time. Which is mostly actually Nintendo's fault. Nintendo took a whole lot of their devs to make Breath of the Wild. That's actually supposedly one of the reasons why Torna came out as a DLC, because they couldn't make it because they had no people work on it. Because Nintendo said, let me just borrow a few people. Shit else. Also, the fact that in Xenoblade 2's New Game Plus, you can actually have literally the villain group as your blades.
Oh.
They just suddenly become obtainable through core crystals. That's another thing. In order to upgrade Tora's robot blade Poppy, you have to play a mini game.
Oh yeah, I know about that.
And it's like, why are we doing this? doing this? Why are we doing this? Why are we doing this? Because they're artificial blades. Their thing is done completely differently. As my brother puts it, you have an entire sequence in the game where there's a fight between freaking a giant robot and a giant robot and giant ships, and you somehow made that boring. That's an achievement. You somehow made that boring. That takes talent. Oh yeah, then there's some BS where they try their best to tie Xenoblade 1 and 2 together, even though they really didn't need to at all. They spend like an hour of your life trying to tell you how Xenoblade 1 and 2 are connected. What the worst part is, if you didn't play Xenoblade, if you didn't play Xenoblade 1, you wouldn't even get it. People try to say it's not that important. If it's not important, then why are you taking an hour of my life trying to explain it? Trying to explain to me how Xenoblade 1 and 2 are connected in the dumbest way possible. If you didn't play 1, you're not gonna get it. Hell, if you don't even know what Shulk sounds like, you're not gonna get it. If you don't know what Shulk in Japanese sounds like, you know, me, I didn't play Xenoblade 2 with the English dub. Do I want to hear the awful voice acting? Hell no. And no, people, just because they had no voice director does not excuse them for giving an awful performance. I don't care.
Like,
guess what? The end result is still listening to pain.
I thought people liked it because they're all British or something.
So that's why I generally want to like Xenoblade 1's voice acting. 2, there's only one character. There's only like one character who has like a very thick accent. Because other characters are pretty much have to like keep their accents hidden more so for some reason. Anywho, the voice acting in Xenoblade 2 is abysmal, especially Rex. Rex is infamously bad. To the point where some people think that people only hate Rex because of his voice. And it's like, no, Rex is an awful character. The voice just makes it worse. Once again, I don't care if you had no direction. That does not excuse it because the end result is still in the game. I'm not suddenly gonna say Rex has good voice acting just because someone else wasn't doing their job properly. It doesn't suddenly undo the damage to the eardrums. What else am I looking at? What else can I find? Oh yeah! Blade skills! Blade skills, guys! Blade skills!
So many fucking enemies. Imagine if I didn't have my advantages. Look at this shit.
Blade skills! Hey, Andy Armando. Didn't you ever want to say while exploring a game, did you guys ever go... You know what? Let's take an example. Let's take Resident Evil, for example. Armando. When going to Resident Evil, did you ever think to yourself, man, I wish there was this random wall that Jill couldn't open unless she had level 3 strength?
No.
And then you would have to grind out for Jill to get level 3 strength. Wasn't that something else I was totally missing?
Nope.
Man, imagine we were playing RE5 and there was a door, but in order to get no, there was a tree, in order to cut the tree, we needed both Chris and Shovel to have about to combine together level 5 tree cutting skills.
The fuck is this, Minecraft?
This is Xenoblade 2's blade skills. There are many obstacles where in order to pass them, you must have some arbitrary skill on some random blades, and it's literally wasting your time because you either have to A, switch out blades in order for it to work, or B, come back later, you know, if you remember the spot to begin with, once you actually have the blade in question to do that. And it's the most annoying thing. Or grind out the points for it. Which means you have to grind with the blade in order to get the points in tree cutting. Man, there's this whole lot of wind here. I mean, Rock's a wind blade, but he's not good enough at manipulating the wind. So we gotta come back later when Rock can actually handle some farts. The Richard Xenoblade 2 literally has a status element called Stink. Did I ever tell you guys that?
I mean, that's what happens if you don't shower.
You may ask, Kenny, what's Stink? Okay, here's an example.
What fucking question is that?
Here's an example. Let's say you're fighting this dodo bird. Alright?
Okay.
You're having a good fight. Let's say the dodo bird then turns around and drops ass all over your party member. That is distinct status. I can't keep a straight face saying it.
What am I hearing? This is real?
There is an enemy that literally takes a dump on your party members in order to cause a stink status element. What does it do? It makes it so your blade won't stand near the driver. Because they stink too much.
Can we leave DeviantArt?
We will never leave DeviantArt. This is Xenoblade 2.
Come on, man.
Fucking if Chris were here, he would be like, that's a scat fetish.
It's just weird. Odd.
Why is there a... It's called... My bad, it's called Stench. Why is there a Stench status element?
Because they knew about DeviantArt.
Why is there a monster that literally turns around and then takes a steaming dump on your party? Better question. Why do you let it happen? Oh, it's so ridiculous. It just takes a dump all over you. There's a dump all over you, and your blade won't stand near you because you stink. You're smelly. I like how someone asked, what does stench do? It makes Rex unattractive AF. In game context, yes. Yes, in player context, the blade won't stand near you. Oh my gosh. Xenoblade 2 is weird.
Yeah.
Wait, what am I looking at?
Hell.
There are gangs in Houston teaming up together to support the protests.
How about the gangs in Compton?
Gangs in Houston are literally teaming up together.
The gangs were out there like stopping looting or something in some neighborhoods. What I thought.
Oh my gosh. Wait, what?
Still can't get over that post that you put of the bird just stealing shit from the store.
The looting has to stop. What? Police are intercepting mail now.
Oh.
There are Black Lives Matter masks that are being mailed to cities, and the police are confiscating them while they're in transit because they don't want the people to have them.
Well.
They're literally using the pandemic against the protesters. This is officially a biological warfare. What the fuck? So why's the planet blowing up? I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting. What else going on? Nintendo sold 4.2 million Switch consoles in March alone. Oh, someone says that the data is from unreliable sources, so it may not even be legit. Oh my god. That's gonna blow up. Let's see. How's the plot going?
Good.
I meant the quality of the story, not you going through the plot.
Good.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Who keeps modifying me of things? It was me!
What?
I sent a message to myself. Who was notifying me? It was me. Who was phone? It was me.
Phone is kill.
I was phone the whole time.
Ah, discount King Yama.
I mean, it's more of a mythological thing.
Oh.
Like, even Devil Survivor has, like, a plot. King Yamanik. King Yama's just supposed to be the guard of the afterlife. Well, not the guard, the judge of the afterlife.
Mm.
What's going on? Not a whole lot, it seems. Wait, how do you feel about all the companies delaying their stuff because of current events?
Not surprised. This whole year's a delay, so I don't really care anymore.
But I want to see the PS5 and what it got, and then not buy it because it's not gonna come out for 2 years.
It's coming out this holiday.
Is it?
Doubt it.
Yes, I said so.
They're gonna delay it again because China isn't making it.
Wait, Phil Spencer said the Xbox might be delayed because he's unsure whether or not they can make it for holiday. That reminds me, how many of you guys are traders to America?
Or what?
Traders to America.
The fuck?
There's this dude who's been making a list that he calls traders to America, where if they support specifically BOM, then he adds them to a list of being a trader, and the list is hilarious. Such as the fact that Sony's listed as a double trader, Nickelodeon's listed as a filthy triple trader, Scott the Walls is a flimsy trader.
What?
It's just filled with YouTubers and stuff. Like, a lot of companies and YouTubers.
It's like a shitty tier list.
What's the rewards here? Oh yeah, there's also probation, where if they're unsure, they'll put you on probation depending on what your next thing says. Like, there are people that you could tell this guy was crying because he didn't want to add him to the list. They're like, add me to the list. And he's like, come on, man, not you. You speak to the same people on the internet. Don't be like this. Don't make me have to add you to the list. It's like, dude, what's wrong with you? Like, freaking. Let me throw a trail of thought. What are we talking about?
Anti-America?
Traders, right. So here's the biggest mistake the dude ever made. He added BTS to list of traders.
Okay,
the reply right beneath it was someone saying, "You done made a big mistake, kid." Hashtag BTS Army.
RIP!
Oh, dude. You don't mess with the K-pop fans. Oh yeah, apparently the director of P5 Scramble is thinking about removing the calendar system. Let's see what it says with the counter system. Let's see. Japan. Urgent potential. That man is the travel base in this year. The way has some issue for a little bit enough. Take concept to P5. She a big fancy. Pretty much he wants the idea of making a P5 spin-off about the counter system. So that way they're not so limited on the length of time the characters have to spend. I say we go for it. I would ask Andy. I would ask Andy about the counter system, but right, his opinion's invalid. Okay, he's not going to play a Persona game before 3.
Here we go again.
What? Persona games before 3? What?
Oh dear.
It's not a thing.
So yeah, Andy's opinions are currently invalid on this.
Yep.
If anyone's opinion heard, speak up within the next 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See, he said nothing.
I like how he typed "wow" in the chat.
See, Andy doesn't want to speak up. He has no opinion on it.
Rip.
Oh shit!
It was just a prank.
What I was talking about, Andy, you were here the whole time. I gave you the count to 5 to have an opinion, but you didn't speak up.
I'm pretty sure I just got instantly kicked.
Did you? Wait, did you kick him?
No.
Oh. That's why he typed "wow." Candy!
Mance had nothing to say.
Candy!
Fine, I'll give you a fair shot. If you want to say something, speak now.
Swear to God, if you
I'm
kicked him
telling
again. I swear to God, did you kick him again?
you. No, I didn't kick him at all in the first place.
Why isn't he saying anything? Did you mute him? Candy.
I plead the 5th.
Candy!
I plead it's my 5th Amendment right to not be able to answer that question.
Oh my God.
Okay. Just wow.
See?
I'm feeling a little oppressed here.
I don't understand how.
Just kinda. By the powers that be. I did nothing wrong.
I hate how many comments I'm reading that say Persona would be nothing without the counter system. Y'all gotta go.
Wait,